And now we begin the long climb. And I actually do want to clarify something really quick here, guys. I am not faulting Gal Gadot. I just think she would have been a better pick as another DC superhero. She would have fit better in another role, like, for example, Zatanna. Zatanna would have worked. And you would have liked Zatanna because she's a magic-based superhero.
Well, I did always enjoy the Lego versions of, like, Marvel and some of the DC and...
I think Zatanna was done in Lego.
I guess I would have to...
No, they just did the first 5. Oh, and I think we've almost gotten to the radio transmitter, so, incoming story.
That's a high climb.
Yes, it is. That's the way it goes. Oh, and now I'm in control. See, this is like a minor problem that I have with the game, is that sometimes you can't tell if it's a cutscene or if it's playable. So you have to experiment. Or let the game freeze a little bit, and then you figure it out. See, like right there, I kind of had to wait a second to see if it was legit. Okay. All right, girl on fire. Go ahead and signal for help.
What would you think of Nathan Drake and Lara Croft being in a game together?
I think there would be one overly done love scene.
Lara!
I'm at the panel.
Okay. The tower should boost the signal from the transmitter.
Okay.
Alright, find the emergency channel and get a clear signal on your radio before you broadcast the SOS. Hey, we got everything crossed for you down here, LC.
Thank you.
Alright, so we actually get to tune the radio this time. And I'm going to stop this right now. I'm not being sexist, but guess what, boys and girls? Lara Croft and Nathan Drake meeting for the first time. You don't think there's going to be a love scene there? You are kidding yourself, my friend.
I would think it'd be kind of interesting if they had some kind of adventure in one game, and you could actually play it multiplayer. That would be actually really cool.
And then Indiana Jones would come out of nowhere and say, "You're both ripping me off."
Oh, that'd be funny.
Okay, I think we've almost got it.
And location coordinates. Stand by for a response.
There we go.
Mayday, this is Lara Croft of the Endurance. We are stranded on an island in the Dragon's Triangle. We need help and medical supplies. Please respond. Come on. Mayday, this is Lara Croft of the Endurance.
This is aircraft Nautilus 177 Alpha. Searching for you since the distress call from your vessel. Almost given up hope.
So had we.
Got your approximate position, but we could sure use a visual.
I'll figure something out.
We'll be heading your way soon. Out.
Lara Croft, you are my hero!
See, this is the time, Andrea, where we're both supposed to shed a tear.
Hey,
So think of something sad.
To smile.
Right. Need a signal. A fire. Fuel, flames. I can do that.
I'll admit, in the game, this is actually where I start to like her. Alright, say it along with me, Andrea. Say it along with me. Whee! Always satisfying. Always fun. That, indeed, unlike Gem, was truly outrageous. Alright.
Well, you know, when you were playing with that radio, I could imagine if Alex were here and he could insert the Krusty Burger line.
No, sir, we don't have the secret sauce for you. And no, sir, we can't tell you what the secret sauce is.
Like if she were trying to turn a channel and that pops up.
Welcome to the Krusty Burger. How can I help you? Alright. Oh, hi.
Unless you want to do
hi,
the...
Mr. Nazi.
Unless you want to do the good burger line.
No, I do not want to do the... There we go. Now we actually have a fire striker. Now we don't need the torches anymore. We can make it... we can make torches on our own now. This will be very helpful now. Are we going to do what I think we're going to do? Are we going to light the fuel on fire? Aha! Yes, we are.
Just don't stand in it or you're gonna get lit on fire.
Alright. This is what we do now, girl on fire. And... boom!
There it is!
Oh look, it's Hope. It's so annotated. Run, Lara! Run! Da 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 da! Da da da! Ah! Renegade tire! Renegade tire! I have displeased the Michelin Man! Ah! Part of me wants to die in a very horrific fashion, but I am not going to. Alright, and here comes the plane. Ah! I should have gotten an achievement. I survived the Michael Bay explosion.
After seeing her falling off so many things, you wonder how she survives.
You just feel bad for her.
The pilot. I have to get to him.
Okay, so now we have our new objective. We need to go and find the pilot. So let's go ahead and do that. But if people haven't noticed, we actually ended up kind of close to where the village was. So that's kind of our hub. In the meantime, we are gonna... Whoop! Ah!
Whoa!
I almost killed Lara unintentionally. Alright. Let's do this proper now. There we go. Let's go! Save me! Yes! Okay, there we go. Wonder Woman, eat your freaking heart out. You may be the spirit of truth, but Lara is the spirit of adventure. There we go. Ah! Okay, cool. No. You have just earned the achievement. You have just earned the achievement. Domestic abuse of a college girl. Hey, he was kind of my ride, dude. He was kind of my ride, dude. I don't know if I appreciate that. Especially now. Eat my rock. Okay. Switch back to the bow for the moment.
Well, I would have to say that the bow on this game is a little bit more easier to use by the looks of it compared to The Last of Us bow.
Oh, don't even get me started on that game. Don't even get me started on that stupid freaking game. Ah!
Yes.
So many things wrong with it.
Yes, everybody. He has not had the best experience with it, but it's an interesting concept.
It's a good game. So before you start harping on me, don't harp on that. I think the gameplay's fine. It's just the story drives me nuts. Drives me so freaking nuts. Okay, I think we are done in here. We don't have anywhere to go. Oh, no. No, we do. We have to go talk to the pilot. Oh, yeah, and loot this guy. Loots! Whee! Well, the pilot's kind of useless to us now, so we're just going to go ahead and hit the campsite.
I can't get it out of my head. A storm that came out of nowhere, out of a clear sky, and brought down a plane. It's not rational. You know it's not rational, Lara. There must be some explanation. I just don't know what it is yet.
Alright, so yeah, now she's starting to question whether or not, you know, they're going to be able to get off this island through normal means. And so this actually starts up a really good character arc for her. Let's see. We're going to do ammo capacity because I need more ammo. Of course, they have to show off her lovely back pockets, you know. You could just imagine when they did the still of that, she just went and forever ruined the shot in the photographer's eyes.
Really?
Yep, exactly. Alright, and with that, guys, we are actually going to go ahead and take a quick break. Hey, everybody, welcome back to this Let's Play of Tomb Raider for the PS3. I am Drak.
And I'm Andrea.
And we are back with Lara. We just spend a lot of time in camp so that she can get over her fears and accept them and be a strong person. And we've got a little bit of a treat this time around because we're going to wax a little nostalgic since we did that the last time when we were talking about other series. And I can't even believe this. My wife has not had her geek tested by the 80s and 90s animated series at all.
Well, I've only seen some shows, but my parents did not expect...
What the hell happened?
This storm, it came out of nowhere. These clouds, they just surrounded the plane.
Lara, listen. I saw the crash from here, so you must be close to my position. Just get back here safe.
All right. On my way.
So what were you saying? Sorry, the game kind of interrupts us, guys, so bear in mind.
Well, like I say, that my parents didn't expect me to watch TV day on and day off.
Well, and what do they expect? Because my parents didn't expect that either.
Oh, they expect me to do more than just sit in front of a TV all day.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing, it's just... There has to have been something that you liked during the 80s and 90s that you liked watching.
Yeah, there are a few series that I've actually seen.
Okay. Well, there you go. So why don't you explain like a few ones that you have seen?
Well, which ones do you want to know?
List them off. What are ones that you liked that you watched consistently as a kid?
Well, probably for starters, I've always been a big fan of watching the Charlie Brown series.
That I found out about. Yeah, you're a fan of a Charlie Brown and Snoopy show. So you listen to all the morals and all that, and that's probably the last show that would ever do that.
Well, yeah, because I know I've recorded, like, tons of episodes in the past.
That actually brings up an interesting concept here. We're going to stop waxing nostalgic for a second here. What do you think of the new Peanuts that's being done?
You mean the movie?
Yes.
I think it'd be an interesting thing to see.
You've seen the trailer, right? With the CG? Oh.
Over here! I got a shot!
How'd you walk into that trap?
Because you're supposed to.
Yeah, I know that.
Headshot!
I was just making a fun joke.
I get it. Fun. Ha ha ha. Woo! There we go. I freed myself. I could not be a girl on fire upside down. And now I have a new item. I have a rope that I can attach to arrows. And Boom!
So yeah, I think it'd be interesting to see a movie on the Charlie Brown show.
Holy crap, holy crap! So
it'd
you
be
don't
like
you don't have a
CGI.
problem with the CG at all.
No.
That's like the biggest complaint that it's getting right now is its CG style, and I actually don't have a problem with it. I like the fact that it's being totally retro. The other thing I like is that Snoopy and Woodstock, I don't know if you heard this, but they are going to stick to the original stock voices. There will not be a new actor for them. They're going to dig out the old 50s and 40s reels and use that dialogue for Snoopy and Woodstock.
Well, that's cool. And probably another thing I've always liked is watching maybe some of the Garfield movies or shows.
But yet you never watched Garfield and Friends. That's surprising to me. Because that's like the biggest compliment to Garfield that I've known for a while. The only thing that people didn't like was the Barnyard and Animals.
Well,
Yes,
yeah,
they
maybe
did.
that was something I never really liked. I just like the classic Garfield, you know, like some of the holiday versions or,
There's got to be a way out.
you know.
Okay, alright. So there weren't any like 80s or 90s action series that you got into.
I've only seen snippets, but if
And we know that like the girl targeted ones you weren't into. So like you didn't even know about She-Ra until much later in your life.
Yeah.
You didn't know about Gem until much later in your life.
yeah.
And My Little Pony, holy crap. You know about Rainbow Bright, but you did not know about My Little Pony. That shows something, boys and girls. And I'm not mocking. I'm saying this is, you know, where she was at. She did not know the staple that was, you know, My Little Pony was targeted directly at girls. Holy crap.
Yeah, I didn't say too much of that.
Nope.
I mean, I've also seen, like, some of the good series like Chippendales Rescue Rangers.
Chippendales.
Also Tailspin.
So Disney Afternoon, you saw a lot of that.
And,
Nicktoons. You admit to wholeheartedly watching Nicktoons as a kid.
well, yeah, I've seen some of the Nicktoons classics.
Except for Ren and Stimpy. And maybe you should be thankful for that.
I've seen
I don't
Ren
want to
and-
know my wife warped on Ren and Stimpy. I really don't.
I've seen Ren and Stimpy, but it was never really one that I really enjoyed.
Oh, how dare you. I didn't really like it either. It was hit and miss for me. And then, like, for example, you missed out on a lot of, like, 80s iconic animated series. So, like, Transformers you missed out on. However, in the 90s, you caught on to Beast Wars and didn't even realize what you were watching.
Well, I know it was kind of like Transformers, but the only reason why I probably...
But you didn't realize it was actually a series for Transformers.
Well, not really, but I guess the thing I liked about maybe Beast Wars over just the regular Transformers is because I like animals
That looks like a good
more
spot
than
to
probably
go to.
cars.
Okay, so, like, G1 wouldn't resonate with you, but Beast Wars would, because you like animals.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what about the spin-off series that came from Beast Wars, Beast Machines? Did you ever watch that?
I never gotten around to that.
Oh, I actually think that's something... I didn't like it as a kid, but I think as adults we all need to watch it, because as a kid it seems very preachy, but as an adult it's really better than you might think it is.
Well, probably if I look into it later on, I'll have to give it a shot and see.
I get told all the time, like, by fellow Transformers fans, you are smoking crack, you like Beast Machines? Yes, I like Beast Machines. I actually think when you get older, it gets better. You know, like it's like a fine wine.
And I also like
tastes better with
DuckTales.
age. What was that?
And I also like DuckTales.
DuckTales. Woo. And now we will forever be blamed by the people who watch this video because they will not get the song out of their heads. Because it doesn't happen. The other one that was actually a little shocking to me was Gargoyles. You were into Gargoyles.
Oh yeah, I've watched several episodes, and I probably want to try and rewatch the series again. It was just probably interesting that gargoyles, you know, just come to life, and I thought it was an interesting series to watch.
Did you know that, like, they pretty much caught every person from Star Trek The Next Generation, and you can actually watch them, or, like, pretty much every major cast character of Star Trek The Next Generation actually did voice work for it.
No.
It's one of the things I like about it, is that, you know, you can go back to stuff like that and go, hee, that's cool. Wax nostalgic a little bit. And believe it or not, I actually haven't watched Gargoyles all the way through. I came in way late on that series. But yeah, there are series that you weren't even aware of that they did. So like G.I. Joe was not a thing for you.
No, not really.
Which kind of makes... Well, I want to say you're tomboy-ish, but you kind of aren't. So at that point, I can't say like all the tomboy-ish series you get into. I think the best way to kind of analyze it, guys, is she is pro-Disney, pro-Nickelodeon, pro-later Looney Tunes stuff, like Tiny Toons, Animaniacs. But also the other thing to just consider is, you know, you didn't really watch a whole lot of cartoons, it sounds like.
No, not really.
So what did you watch?
Well, probably mostly if I were watching something back then, I think I was mostly focused on Muppet Babies, which usually came on.
I'm really glad you moved.
You and me both, girl.
One moment they were fine, the next, there was this storm. It came out of nowhere.
It's not your fault, Lara.
I called them here, Roth.
Hey, we'll find another way.
Mayday, mayday. This is co-pilot Jessup of Air
Another pilot.
177A.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, badly hurt when I landed and need urgent aid. Is anyone there?
Captain Jessup, do you read?
I've deployed a smoke signal. Please
Damn it, he can't hear me. I have to get to him.
No.
His signal's just over there.
We've got our own people to worry about. We'll need to regroup as soon as they find Sam.
I can't just leave him out there alone. I need to get to him.
Sometimes you've got to make sacrifices, Lara. You can't save everyone.
I know about sacrifices.
No, you know about loss. Sacrifice is a choice you make. Loss is a choice made for you.
I can't choose to let him die, Roth.
And this is why Lara Croft is better than Superman. Oh, snap, Man of Steel fans.
Yeah, and some of the other things I've mentioned, I've watched. And probably, you know, watching, you know, some of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series.
Oh, you had to have watched the Turtles as a kid. Everybody watched the Turtles as a kid.
This hut looks clear. We ain't gonna find anyone from here. You're probably right, but we got orders. I'm gonna head down and join the others at the plane. You keep checking these ruins. Yeah, I'll get right on.
Damn it! And because you spotted me, now you're in trouble.
Come on, let's do it! She's shooting at us!
So yeah, that would be pretty much a lot of the, you know, I've seen maybe some Marvel or maybe very few DC episodes, but not too a whole lot. When I was a kid, you know, I only watched certain shows, and that would be something I've always stuck to, but now that I've gotten older, I may look into things I've missed out over the years.
Well, and it doesn't help that you're married to an animation buff, so you kind of get forced into this stuff and didn't know that you would like it.
This place is insane, Roth.
And I also have watched Sonic growing up, and that was always been the thing that I've always enjoyed watching.
Nothing yet. Are you with Lara?
Yes. We'll be heading down the mountain soon to meet up with you.
Okay. We'll try to get in a little
That's
closer.
not what I wanted.
Keep this channel open.
Oh, I forgot to grab my loot. What the crap, man? I forgot to grab my loot.
Well, maybe it'd be interesting if I watched some of the Legend of Zelda animated shows. I don't know.
Oh, excuse me, Andrea. You haven't watched that?
What?